Dang, they ain't playing.
They can see you.
Oh, are you on the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man. Okay, Mama. It's no worries. We got an hour to the deadline. Got to make the beat drop. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. What it do, family? Let's talk trade deadline, baby. Hawks. Will we make a move? Who knows? Should we make a move? Some fans say we need to be making moves, man. Some fans say we should be making hella moves. What's good, analysts? Analysts in the building once again. Think Tank in the building. What's good, Think Tank? What's good? We about to get started, man. I'm just sending out some notifications to the homies. See if we can get the homies up in here. We got an hour, guys. We got an hour until, as they say in soccer, until the transfer window slams shut. Are we going to make a move? Should we make a move? Some fans I've seen on Twitter, man, they panicking, man. They scared. They scared, man. I don't know what to tell them, man. I try to console them. I told them, calm down, man. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, man. You know, it's going to be okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if we don't make no moves, hey, we got to go to war with the soldiers we have, you know. Hey, I'll send you that link, analyst, if you want to come on, baby. But at the end of the day, guys, we have to do what we have to do. You feel me? We got to go to war with the players that we have. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know, let these other teams live their life. You know, they're making all these moves, okay? They're making tons of moves. Hey, it is what it is, family. It is what it is. Hey, I sent that link to your analysts. It is what it is, family. You've seen a lot of moves today. You saw Ben Simmons get traded. Harden get traded. Derek White got moved. Sabonis got moved. Every player that I've seen the Atlanta Hawks fans say we need to go get, every last one besides Marcus Smart has been traded. You know? And my thing is, guys, do you want to give up do you want to give up all that stuff to get those type of players? You know, that's a blockbuster deal, man. Blockbuster deal, man. You're going to have to give up stuff to get them. Okay. Langford just got traded with the Spurs. Hey, Cats is making moves, man. I'm going to bring on analysts, man. Let me bring on analysts. What's good, my guy?
How's it going?
Hey, it's a busy day at the deadline,
yes,
man.
It
you know,
is.
I wish I didn't have a job. I'd have been streaming all morning, you know, but hey,
yeah,
it is what it is. I know I saw, and I got to get to your YouTube channel and give you some support over there. I seen you posting as soon as them trades went down. I was like, okay, analyst on it, baby.
Yeah,
he owned it.
I'm every I promised myself, I said I'm not gonna be able to go live, but I will post every time a trade goes down. And
Yeah, I'll follow you. So I was getting all your updates, man. Then that James Harden move, man. How you feel about that Harden for Ben Simmons move?
Okay, so before yesterday, I didn't think that this thing had any hope. I just didn't see it happening. But I thought once Brooklyn realized that they could lose James Harden in the offseason and free agency, I said they're definitely going to get this done, and it was just a matter of time. I didn't think Philadelphia would give up as much as they did, though. I thought Daryl Morey would continue to play hardball and say, no, we're giving up. I thought he would counter and say Ben Simmons and Danny Green and maybe a second-round pick. He gave up 2 firsts, Seth, Drummond, and Ben. I thought that was an overpay a little bit, but the bottom line is they do have James Harden now, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and hate on the trade. That was a good trade for Philadelphia, but I think it makes both teams better. And thinking about it like that, I don't think Brooklyn are the title favorites anymore, but I will say this. Both those teams are going to be really good in the playoffs. And look, I think a lot of teams really improved today on the Eastern Conference. I mean, you look at what Boston was able to do. Boston said that they were open to moving Josh Richardson, and they kind of wanted to get rid of either Nesmith or Langford because those two weren't in the rotation, and they were able to land Derek White out of it. I was looking at White. I was like, do we still have a chance to get White? We have some first-round picks. But I think – now, look, if we don't make a move by 3 o'clock, I'm not going to be upset at Travis. I will kind of wonder, if it ever did go through his head, other teams in the East are getting better. Do you want to see a way that we can get better to, kind of address, because like now we're going to need defense. I mean, we play Boston and we play San Antonio tomorrow, then we play Boston. So, I think we'll get a chance to see Derek White, but hey, we could still make a trade here in the next 50 minutes. A deal could be offered to us with our 3 first-round picks this year.
Hey, man, listen, like I've been telling people, man, hey, Travis is an analytics guy, man. So he doesn't make moves based off the eye test, okay? Like I said last night, bro, since the Cam Reddish trade, we're 10-3. We're 10-3 since the trade, and I know people don't really see that because we fucked up the first half of the season. So, you can't expect. I didn't expect him to make a big splash unless it was a trade that was going to be in our favor. And you know what? I can't be mad at my general manager. I'd rather for him not to make a move than just to make a move, just to be making a move, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, but speaking of like on the Harden deal, man, listen. Morey was so desperate because he knew he had to move Ben Simmons. I don't care what nobody said. Embiid was having too good of a season not to try to get him some help. And he really had no leverage. Bro, they gave up Ben Simmons, okay, and threw in 2 first-round picks and threw in Seth Curry to get a player. And you know what? It's just me, but I don't like when general managers like Morey has a relationship with Harden. So, I mean, that tells me, can you really sit back as a general manager and look at Harden and really evaluate him as he is currently? Or does Morey look at Harden from back when he was in Houston? Because if he would have traded for the Houston James Harden, then I'd have been like, okay, I see why you making that move. But to give up 2 first-round picks, Philly don't even got a first-round pick until, bro, if everything plays out, they won't have a first-round pick to 2027. You know what I'm saying?
They traded that pick.
So, like, and guess what? Guess what else they have to do? James Harden has a player option. So he's going to want an extension. Like, He could really, if Harden wanted to, he could really jerk over Philly and just leave. That'd be hilarious. What you see?
Oh,
You see
I
something?
yeah, Washington is finalizing a deal to send Montrezl Harrell to the Hornets. I
Okay, I
think
guess
I think that was a pretty W move for the Hornets. They needed a big man, and they got
Washington
it
done gave
done.
up on the season, man.
Oh yeah,
Washington
for
done
sure.
gave up on the season. It's time to go over there and start poaching, seeing what they got. Go
Hey,
over there, stop. That's what I've been telling everybody, man. I say, bro, you can get some good players just by poaching. Looking at teams rosters who giving up
I
on the
tell you what,
season.
I tell you what, man. If the Hornets give up PJ Washington and Kai Jones here, that they're packaging some picks, that signals that Washington is going for a rebuild. Because I did see something earlier where it says that Washington's whole roster, except for Beal and Kuzma, is available. Look,
Yeah,
I'm not going in there for
no.
I'm not going in there for no big splash, but if I could land at least someone out of there for close to nothing, like look. I do consider DeLon Wright close to nothing. Like I wouldn't even be mad. I would not be mad. People may look at it as a lateral move. I would not be mad if Travis moved DeLon Wright's expiring contract for what's his name, Aaron Holiday or Rural Neto. Both those guys are better. I saw Neto play in person. He's really good. He's quick. He can score the ball when he needs to. I would not be surprised if Travis went in there, sweet talk Tommy Shepard and said, "Look, I got an expiring deal for you. We got draft picks. What can you give us?" And whatever they give us, if something like that were to happen.
Hey, like I said, man, maybe if we what's up, Chip? Maybe if we didn't go 10-3, you'll see us more active. But I mean, we 10-3, bro, since the trade. I mean, right now, I'm looking at Travis. I'm looking for him just to get little minor pieces here and there, man. Minor pieces here and there, which you can get, bro. You can get those from those teams that's giving up on the season. So, looking for wing defenders, looking for a backup big. You know what I'm saying? And all it took was, because everybody was just waiting for the Harden deal to be done. Because you notice as soon as the Harden deal went down, here come all the other trades. Wow, yeah. So, yep. I mean, it's players out there. What's good, Dane? What's good, Chip? What's good, Jay? JR, the building, Isaac. It's some good players out there. Remember, guys, we don't listen. There is no superstars available at this time. Okay. So we need to be looking at small time players, probably somewhere making like around between the 10 to 13, $14 million area, who could come in off the bench and help this team win. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that splash deal out of your head. Ben Simmons, he gone. So we ain't got to hear about that no more. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. What you read, analyst? Somebody else got traded?
Washington is for real blowing it up.
They're tanking. They're done.
They are also sending Aaron Holiday to Phoenix. Phoenix just acquired Torrey Craig, by the way, for Jalen Smith in 2 seconds. The Wizards are sending Aaron Holiday to Phoenix. I'm gonna wait on the details to come out.
Yeah, because go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, whenever the details come out, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be for someone too big, but Washington probably knows that if they can tank out the rest of this year, they can get a pretty high lottery pick. And whoever that lottery pick is, maybe they try to work it out with Bill that way, or Bill may not even re-sign, and this may just be them trying to figure out a way to get a high draft pick to, just in case they have to replace Bill. Yeah,
Bill he not re-signing, bro. That's why they're blowing it up. That's why he went. I'm telling you guys, if you just follow the player moves, Bill is getting season-ending surgery. If they was contending, you think he would really go get this surgery? No. Right then, I knew it was a wrap. I knew it was a wrap. It was just a matter of time. Just like it's a matter of time before the Blazers get rid of Dame Dollar. They probably gonna move him in the offseason. They blowing it up. These teams is like, why are we spending all this money and we're not competing? And that's what the Hawks That's where a savvy general manager, if you got your staff on their A game, your staff should have been evaluating those players on these teams that you can get for like, because this is the thing I'll be trying to tell people also. Travis, he got to clear this stuff through the owner. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we are in like the bottom end of the luxury tax. Okay.
We're 2 million under the luxury.
We definitely gonna be in the tax next year. So the owner might have told Travis, listen, bro, I don't want to take back salary. Or I don't want to take back more than this amount of millions of dollars, because that's gonna add to it's gonna add to our wage bill, and you're gonna have to pay more tax. So it's more than just, oh my God, we should get this player. No, you have to look at the money aspect of it. Why do you think Portland got rid of CJ McCollum? Because they don't want to pay that tax bill, because Dame Dollar's injured and they ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a waste of money.
It's a waste of money. So they like, let's go ahead. Same thing for the Wizards. Dump salary. Dump it. That's all these teams are doing. The Spurs, all these teams with losing records that's rebuilding is dumping. Hold up. Okay, this is a good question right here. Hold up. Okay, I ain't seen him in here. Envy. What's good, Envy? Welcome. You can't seriously tell me that we can win the championship with the talent we have right now. We just need one more star on this team. Envy. Who is the star we can get on the team that's available, Envy? Who is
and that's not going to cost us the rest of the team.
Who is this star that's available? Because everybody keep talking about this. We need a number 2. Who is available? Because let me tell you something. If they're not available, if the player don't demand a trade, it's going to cost you more to get the player. Because let's use the Wizards. Why would the Wizards get rid of Bradley Beal when they got him under contract for nothing? No, that's their only star. That's their only attraction. So now you got to overpay for this guy. Then you got to take his salary and add it to your books. But let me tell you something like this. Just like you said, we can't win a championship. Nobody thought we was going to make it to the conference finals last year at this time. Go back to last February and find me a tweet or anything from somebody saying, oh, the Hawks are serious. They going to the conference finals. No. I mean, look at the Lakers. Envy. Look at the Lakers. The Lakers started the season. Oh, my God. They got Westbrook, LeBron, AD. Now look at them. Done for. Stick a fork in them, especially after that loss last night to the Blazers.
Stuck with that horrible contract that's Russell.
Yeah, you can't trade Westbrook. You know why you can't trade? Analysts just said his money. The money. If Westbrook was making $20 million, he'd have been traded. If he was making 30, he'd have been traded. Westbrook make $40 million, and he's gonna make $47 million next year. Nobody nobody taking on that salary.
Not even the teams with cap space is going to take on that.
No, because they know the only way you'll get that to work is if Russ, which he's not going to do, agrees to a buyout. Bro, he's not going to let you buy out $47 million, bro.
No.
Hell no. So that's why he's stuck there. You know what I'm saying?
And who's going to pick him up?
Exactly, because you still got to fit him under your cap.
Exactly. No one's picking him up.
Yeah, that means you got to give up tons of players to make the salaries work to get a player that is playing like, he's not playing like the normal Russ. I ain't going to get on Russell Westbrook because the dude had a miraculous run. But, he says, look at what happened in the playoffs when Trey got hurt. One of the reasons I don't care for Collins. Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to keep it real with you, Envy. Let me keep it real with you. You do know we had a backup point guard, right? We had a backup point. Guess where he was at? He was in Atlanta. Why was he in Atlanta? He was in Atlanta because he had took that COVID vaccine and it messed up his heart. So guess what? We lost our real backup point guard. And guess what? Our general manager didn't address it. Now, I don't think you can. Nope. I don't even think you can. You can't even make trades. Even if we made it a trade after the trade deadline, the dude wouldn't have been able to play in the playoffs anyway. But go look. We had Brandon Goodwin. Matter of fact, he had a video up, and I think he took it down.
You can't make trades because
he was
today. I was gonna say you can't make trades after today. You have to wait until the off season when the finals is done, when all that stuff is done, when the actual off season kicks on is when you can make trades. So when our backup,
we had a backup point guard.
When he went,
the vaccine fucked them up, bro.
Yeah. That's why I'm.
That's a fact. You know how I know it's a fact? Because he said it.
Yeah.
He had to take the video down though, because he was on Twitch. And we asked him, we was like, hey man, everybody was asking him, why you ain't playing? Why'd you in Atlanta on the video game? He was like, they told, and the matter of fact, he said the Atlanta Hawks told him don't say nothing. So
think he was
there
playing
you go,
Modern
bro.
Warfare at the time.
We had it. But I mean, like I tell people, man, in sports, man, you need shit to go your way, bro. You need stuff to go your way. I mean, let's be real. Envy. Giannis was hurt. And guess what? The game he was hurt, they beat us. You know what I'm saying? So, what's good, Drummer Boy? Drummer Boy in the building. I got to shout out Drummer Boy. We salute you, my guy. My boy Chip is in the building. Russ sat last night and the Lakers lost to Anthony Simmons that destroyed us. Yep, but you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny, Chip? How the media just pushes that narrative. They blame everything, just like Hawk fans blame everything on John Collins. They blame everything on Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook didn't even play last night, and Skip Bayless and Shannon still blaming him. I'm like, bro, he didn't even play. You know? Let's see. Snacko says, if we make a move, who do we go for?
I'm going to take a look at what I can get in Washington. I mean, they're clearly selling the rest of their team. Surprised New York has not been able to come to a move today. I'm still interested in sending out some seconds in DeLon for Alec Burks. Again, we don't have to make this big splash move, but a move. I really feel like we need a different voice at the backup point guard position to where we have one that can score. We don't need another person we can insert in the starting lineup. That's not going to happen with 26 minutes left until the deadline. We can put together a quick move where we send out DeLon in a second to get to upgrade at the backup point guard position for teams who are just melting at this point.
Or let's say New York, because they made their whole roster available, so they pretty much throwing in the towel. How about we try to slide them? I think Gorgie Dang is just he's an expiring contract. I think TLC is expiring. I mean, let's try to dump this weight. If we make a move for say like an Alex Burke, because the Nets could easily. I mean, the Knicks could easily just cut those guys or just eat the money. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't make that much money. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably gonna try to clear the books.
Now, I was looking at Chip Q's comment.
Which one?
This could the one where you're talking about KCP. I wouldn't. Now, I don't know if you all be mad. I don't know if you all be mad if we traded DeLon for KCP. Because then, a lot of people will say, well, we still don't have a backup point guard. Look, if KCP is on the team in exchange for DeLon Wright, I could live with Lou Williams running backup point guard, at least for the rest of this year. He's not coming back next year.
Yeah, but you know what, analysts? I mean, how many games can you count on Lou Williams?
That's true.
How many games can you count on?
That's true.
I'll tell you one thing, analyst. You determined to get rid of DeLon Wright.
Yeah.
If it's the last thing you do, bro, you going to get rid of DeLon Wright, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what?
If I'm Travis right now, DeLon Wright, whatever picks
I would like to keep DeLon Wright and see if you can, if you can add Alex Burke. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You can add Alex Burke. That give us a different type of. Now I don't know how good of a point guard Burks is, but that give you different dimensions. I mean, not different looks, because DeLon is not a shooter, but Burks a shoot. You know what I'm saying? So you get teams different looks. What we got right now?
Yes, the Wizards are definitely moving on. They are sending Spencer Dinwiddie to Dallas. waiting for the details to come back on what they are giving up. Possibly Tim Hardaway Jr. I heard that they were looking at moving Tim Hardaway Jr. Yes, they are trading Spencer Dinwiddie to the Dallas Mavericks. He was going to be too expensive anyways. I don't want Hawks fans getting upset about not getting him. He was going to be too expensive for probably with the price what they're going to get back for him and his contract. Spencer's making, I believe, 17 or 19 million with a two or three years left on this deal. But yes, they are getting Spencer Dinwiddie. Dallas is also trying to make a push here. Look, I'm not gonna. At the end of the day, we still have Trae Young and John Collins, and we still have some really great guys that have gone 10-3 and have went on 7-game win streaks and have beaten the Suns, beaten the Bucks, beaten major teams like this. So again, if something happens, it happens. We'll evaluate it. But if not, then obviously, we'll. Oh wow!
What? Let me pull up my
the Mavericks. The Mavericks are.
Let me guess. They got rid of Porzingis.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
They got rid of Porzingis. Dang! The Porzingis Doncic experiment is over, bro. Porzingis is on a max deal. How many years he got left on that deal, bro?
I was gonna say that means Dallas is gonna. I'm sorry. That means Washington has to send something else to.
I wonder if he's gonna get bought out. I know Porzingis don't want to play with the freaking Wizards.
Oh,
well, or maybe they did that to show Bradley Beal, hey, we got you another player. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it, man.
Well,
I mean, if I'm Porzingis and I just spent 5 years for the Knicks, 2 or 3 years for the Mavericks, I'm not trying to go to a team starting over, bro. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll get bought out. You never know, dog.
That is the end of KP in Dallas.
Damn,
I'm surprised that Nico Harrison would pull a trade like that. Wow.
Well, the Mavericks they've been trying to move on from Porzingis. So maybe the rumors of Porzingis and Luka really not getting along, maybe it was true. I mean, You lost your coach. Carlisle left because of Luka. That's the word on the street. But hey, maybe they didn't get around. But let's see what JR say. JR saying we may go off the Dragic in the buyout market. How you feel about that? I mean, I would love to get Dragic on the team, and if we can get him in the buyout market, that's better because all you got to do is pay him the vet minimum, right? And then, but word on the street is Dragic wants to play with Luka, because they both Croatian or Bosnian, whatever which one they are. Croatian? There's one of them. And they play on the same national team. So word is that Dragic wants to play with Luka. Now, if that's true, I expect him to go there, and I expect Mark Cuban to make sure that his star player is, happy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would love Dragic on this team, man.
Final details of that trade is Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans going to Dallas for Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh wow! And they got Bertans. Bertans a shooter, bro.
Yeah, but the knock on him is he's been injured. He's been injured. So yeah, I mean, let me go and
guys, we're getting close. We got 20 minutes left to the deadline, man.
A lot of people will say no, something's not going to happen. I still, unless it gets down to like 5 minutes, I still feel like a deal is going to come by where teams are going to be in. Look, you can't tell me that teams have not called about our 3 first-round picks this year. There's
they probably have, but I mean, like Travis said, man, unless you're giving me something that's worth it.
Yeah.
Hey, because Travis said the phones are ringing. He said the phone's ringing. You feel me?
I'm not gonna just pick up the phone and make a deal because you want me to. No, that's not the way Travis works.
Exactly. That's not how it works, man. You just don't make deals just to make deals. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't do that. That's a recipe for disaster if you do that right there. But We got 20 minutes, guys. Hey, woo wee! It's getting close, man. It's getting real close. So
This has been a pretty eventful deadline. I will say that.
I mean, the NBA deadline, the trade deadline, is the most exciting thing in American sports, man. You know,
yeah.
it reminds me of because I watch a lot of European soccer. It reminds me of the transfer window. Transfer window be jumping them last couple of days, boy. Like
I cannot stand football NFL trade deadline.
That's because it's too hard to trade players in football, man. The way they run the salaries and all that jazz.
That's boring.
It's too hard. Boring. You know what I'm saying? It's too hard to do it. But JR seemed to agree with you, man. He said he'll trade the line for some Fritos.
Hey.
Oh man, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat.
Was this also going to get a second?
Envy said we being lazy, man. Everybody making moves. Envy, trust me, my guy. Trust me. If we was in a position to make a great move, I'm all for it. But you don't know. Let me tell y'all something, man. When you see these trades getting made, every team doesn't get the same deal. You feel me? So, like, my examples like this: a team could come to Atlanta and they want a certain player and be like, listen, I won't hit whatever deal we make. I'm gonna use Collins as an example. They could say we want Collins in the deal, and you'd be like, no, I'm not trading Collins. They'd be like, well, you know what? We not messing with you then. We don't care who else you got. This is the guy we want. And then they'll go to another team and say it's a player on their team, and that team said we'll give you this player, and the trade is made. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, it happens. But guess what? I'm going to tell you one thing. If we don't make a move, okay, the positive to that is this. At least we didn't hurt ourselves with a silly move. You know what I'm saying? To where fans are like, oh, we got finesse, we got gypped. So that's one positive thing you could say. Now, if we don't make a move, you about to see how really loyal these fans are. How much faith do you really have in a Trae Young? How much faith do you really have in John Collins, Nate McMillan, Travis Slink? Do you believe in the team? Do you believe this team can pull it together and compete? I mean, if you don't believe in the team, right, because we didn't make a trade, then you didn't believe in the team from the get-go. Okay? Because we didn't do nothing at the deadline last year, Major. Who do we get? Lou Williams? That's it.
We fleeced the Clippers front office by trading Rondo, and we got 2 seconds. We got 2 seconds in Lou. But that was a deal that Travis just didn't go calling every team. Hey, look, I got Rondo. What do you want? No, the Clippers called Travis, and they said, look, we want playoff Rondo. We're trying to make a playoff push. We want Rondo. And they were pretty much desperate. So we got 2 seconds. We got Lou. Travis was like, Lou and 2 seconds? Yeah, for Rondo, who, is not as an efficient scorer as Lou.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Nobody thought picking up Lou Will was going to pay dividends like it did. I know people who was they was complaining we didn't they was complaining they traded Rondo. So, I mean, every move don't have to be flashy, guys. Okay? It doesn't have to be flashy all the time. Okay? So, hold up. What's this right here? He said draft picks don't matter because Nate don't play the rookie. Let me tell y'all something, man, about this rookie crap, right? Bro, when you're contending or trying to win, okay, you think the coach is worried about playing some rookies? No.
Or player development.
Yeah, the coach, his job depends on wins. Wins and losses determine the coach's job. Not, you think they're going to be like, you know what, Nate McMillan, even though we didn't make the playoffs, we want you to stay because you developed Jalen Johnson. No, they're going to say, hey, you didn't win, you fired. Point blank, period. So at the end of the day, the coach is just trying to get wins. That's it. We are not, and Nate McMillan said it at the beginning of the season. We are no longer developing players. You develop players when you're not trying to win. Oklahoma City is developing players. You feel me?
The Knicks are going
What
to
you
have
got
to
on that
develop
right
players.
there, analysts, about Nate not playing the rookies? You think he should play the rookies more, or what's your opinion on that?
I'll be an advocate for Kevin Knox, but I'm not all for the rookies playing. Not when we're contending. It doesn't make any sense to develop. You can't look. You cannot make the same mistakes as the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks tried to have their cake and eat it too by developing and contending all at the same time. Look at all that young talent they have on their team, along with they tried to mix it in with mediocre veterans. So what they are doing right now is they are trying to develop and contend at the same time. That's not going to work. Right now, you're either going to be all in or on contending, or all in on developing and rebuilding. And we're all in on contending. So, I can tell you this. Travis getting draft picks is not more so, oh, we get draft picks, we get this top prospect. No, Travis can use these draft picks to interest teams in a trade. So, this is something that we have to understand. Look, we aren't gonna make a move just because everyone else is making a move. And
Right.
if that move is going to help us contend, and I'm not talking about helping us get young talent or 88 first round draft picks. No, we need a move that's going to help us contend. And so far, 12 minutes left into the deadline. So far, a team has not been willing to give us something that's going to help us contend.
Man, let me tell you something. I haven't even seen a rumor. Not even a rumor, man. Like, woo-wee. Lord, not even a rumor, man. I be telling cats, bro. Man, Travis don't leak no moves, bro. None.
Nope.
He don't leak none. But guess what, guys? I don't even care, man. I don't care. I mean, I think we got a nice squad. Like I said, we just need to add a couple small pieces here and there. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them
Still got
cats
11
where,
minutes.
yeah, I'm one of them cats where, guess what, man? We go to war with the players we got at the end of the day. And I mean, if we don't make a move, I mean, I don't know about y'all, I'm gonna still be watching the games like I've been watching them forever. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the worst trade deadline we've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Not making a move, but it is what it is. We do have talent. We do have talent, guys. Don't be discouraged. We just got to play better defense. You know,
Were in plenty. There was plenty of trade deadlines that look, when I believe Coach Bud was head of basketball opposite here in Atlanta. Look, there was plenty of deadlines where we didn't make any moves when Bud was the GM. Plenty of times we didn't make any moves, and I can't remember. I was probably too young, but that year that we went 60-22, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, got swept.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think we made a trade on that trade deadline, did we?
The year we went to the conference finals. No, we did all our moves in the offseason. That because we wasn't expected to do shit that year. You know, that's when we added Millsap, Korver. We already had Al, we already had Teague, and you know, we were just really trying to stay relevant at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that run we made, just like we made last year, no one expected us to do what we did. You know, no one expected us. You know, Horford had just came off an injury. He had a pectoral injury, and he had missed most of the season prior, if I can remember correctly. So, I mean, us winning 60 games, I mean, that month of that it was 2015, I think. That month of January was like magic. We went 17-0 in January 2016, I think. So it's not to say that we can't make a run. I mean, let me tell you like this, guys. As long as we beat teams we supposed to beat, like we supposed to beat the Spurs tomorrow. Okay, we were supposed to beat the Pacers. Okay, we got it's gonna be some hard games, but it's also gonna be some easy beasies we need to take and win. And I said this once before, I'm gonna say it again. As long as we can continue going on runs, go out judging every 10 games, if we can go 7-3, if we can go 8-2, 6-4, as long as after every 10 games, we in a plus column on the win side, we should be good. And like I said, we may not get up all the way to the number 4, number 6 seed, but at the end of the day, who cares? We didn't do nothing, but we put ourselves in this position. If the boys would have came out like they finished the season, we probably not even having a trade deadline show right now, because we'll be like, bro, we're not going to trade nobody. But since the boys came out and started the first 50 games playing like, I'll say the first 40 playing like hot garbage, now you find yourself wanting to make deals and make moves. I wish Travis could get rid of Dang and TLC, though. I don't care if he get a pick for him. Just get them off the team. I don't even know why they on the team, man. Like, they no good. They're not good enough to be on the Atlanta Hawks, man. They need to be playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder, bro. Trade them, Travis, and get some picks. And let me tell you something, I'd rather have Sharif and Jalen Johnson just sitting on the bench than looking at TLC and Dang. Okay, that's how much I hate them. I don't even like Dang. Okay, I don't even. What is his
I don't
purpose?
like. Look, Travis signed him because we needed a backup center at the time Big O was out. He went. I knew that whatever center we were going to sign was never going to be permanent. But look, I got to give this to TLC. He plays good defense. For the time that he's in the game, he tries to stay connected to whoever the offensive player is. But we got traded Dang for Arby's coupons, and that'd be a deal that I think Travis would definitely be intrigued by. A couple Arby's coupons for Gorgie, but I look.
Less than 10 minutes, man. Oh, we are 6 minutes to go.
6 minutes
6 more minutes.
I don't look. You can always say that you have hope until 3:00 hits and the trade deadline is done. But look, unless there's something currently developing right now, dialogue between Travis and whatever other team, whether he's on the phone with the dumpster fires of the NBA or whether he's on the phone with teams who are just willing to make a solid deal, I don't see anything happening. I don't see anything happening with the Atlanta Hawks. We got 5 minutes left. Again, Hawks are going to stay with the group that they have, which, I mean, look, I'm not mad at. We're going to have I'm gonna have to continue to give DeLon Wright ones in player ratings, but that's okay. That's okay. But I just, man, this group I do feel is special, and I feel like we can still beat Philadelphia with Harden and Embiid, even though we don't play them again this year. We can still beat some of these teams. We beat some of the best teams in the league. So, I mean, other teams get better. They need it too. We just didn't see fit to make any moves that came across the table today. I'm pretty sure Detroit was ringing our phone off the hook asking for Danilo and 78 first-round picks. So, I mean, and that wasn't going to happen. So,
yeah, but you still see I ain't seen no buzz on Jeremy Grant.
The Blazers tried to make a run at it, but they didn't have enough assets. They were dumb enough to trade Nickeil Alexander-Walker for Joe Ingles yesterday, and that was their one piece that they could have traded. They could have traded N'Keal and packaged him with like a Josh Hart and those 2 picks they picked up and sent them to Detroit, but they don't have any they don't have any flexibility or picks to send to Detroit that Detroit would be intrigued by. But again, everyone has seen moves happen in the last minute or 2 of the deadline. It's still possible, but I'm gonna continue to stick with it. I do not see us making a move unless I see something here in the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just reading the article. Yeah, Goran Dragic to the Spurs. They already discussing a buyout for Goran Dragic, but word is, yeah, he's supposed to be going to Dallas. But it don't mean that Travis can't go ahead and holler at his agent, and throw our head in there. Maybe we can offer something Goran that he can't get. Besides, just playing with Luka. If that's the deal, hey, well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But look like it's 3 minutes left, man. Look like we're not gonna make a move, family.
Nope. Okay,
Drummer Boy says, if I counted right, we won 9 out of the last 12. That's 750. We're some good teams in there. Yeah, you know what, Drummer Boy? That's funny you say that. Travis said that, man, on the radio the other day. He said since we made that trade, we're 10-3. So, and like I tell people, Travis does a lot of analytics. And I'm telling you, his team run analytics on everything. They ran it on the Trae Young trade about where that Dallas pick was going to end up at. He runs it on everything. So I'm sure they ran them analytics and looked at our remaining schedule and probably was like, hey, if we don't make no major move, we could still make the playoffs. But, obviously analytics don't factor in like human emotion, determination, and stuff like that. So, hey, it is what it is, man, because I don't think we make it a move, man. Not with 2 minutes left on the deadline, bro. I don't think it's finna happen, family. And I know some Hawk fans are about to be super heated. They about to be super heated. So the Bucks just got bigger, bro. Then when they picked up Ibaka, bro, and he's a shooting big too.
The Bucks were able to snag that, and Hornets get the big man that they were looking for. The Kings actually got a pretty good haul today. The Kings, Sabonis didn't look bad with them yesterday, but the Kings actually got a pretty good haul today. Trey Lyles, Josh Jackson, and Dante DiVincenzo today. That's some pretty good shooting around Fox and De'Aaron. I was very surprised not to see Richaun Holmes move today. I thought that he would definitely be a big that'll be moved. He was movable. I guess teams just didn't want to come to an agreement with what the asking price was going to be.
Yeah.
But you know what? Last minute move. Houston is trading Daniel Tice to the Celtics. For probably Aaron Nesmith or Enes Freedom, one of the two. I can almost guarantee
for cash considerations.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Cash considerations, man.
Houston just wanted to stick their foot. Well, I don't know.
Power shift. Daniel Tice.
Why would they get Tice though?
Tice used to play for the Celtics.
He sure did, but Tice's contract, he's not that bad. He's $8 million, but 4 years left on his deal. So that means he's gonna be under contract until he's 33. Oh,
what you see?
Wow, that is something. Okay. They did him wrong. They dumped salary, but they did him wrong. They're trading Dennis Schroeder to the Rockets.
Oh my God!
Yeah, they did him wrong. They did him wrong.
Hey, I bet you could, bro. That's a buyout candidate, dog.
Hey,
Dennis don't want to be there, dog.
I would buy him out.
He don't want to be there.
I would buy him out.
He's going to tell him
to. He don't want to
be there, dog.
I'd buy him out, and Well, it's past. I don't know how they made the trade. It's past the deadline, which I don't think it cuts off right at 3 o'clock. I think some pending deals will still go through, even if it's not in by 3. I think they still give them a leeway. I look in the last hour. I see that Schroeder just got traded to the Rockets. I'm calling any team, and I'll take a second for the law, and I'll go and buy out Dennis.
See, but this the problem though. This the problem you run into is that once he gets bought out, he gonna be a free agent, so he can go anywhere. And you know what's so fun, bro? I would not be surprised if he got bought out and made his way back to the Lakers. I would not be surprised at all. But guess what? We could, because the Lakers could use Dennis. They could say, "Hey, we can offer you a starting position down here." You know, while we try to make this run and they get back in the playoffs. For us, you know, Dennis trying to get a bag, like JR said. So, I mean, we can't really offer him nothing but a backup role. Now, does he want to win or he want to just get the bag? You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be up for him to decide. But, I mean, that's a buyout candidate right there, man. And that's what I've been telling people. Sometimes just look at these buyout candidates, man. They could be ones that help you. And you can get them for the low. You don't got to go broke. You don't got to give up assets. But you have to offer them something that they can't get, you know, especially if it's a veteran player. Veteran player definitely not going nowhere where he don't have a chance of competing for a title. That's why I wish our record was a little bit better, because we would look way more attractive to veteran free agents. You know what I'm saying? But with our record under 500, it's going to be hard to get some of those buyout veterans. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that's crazy. They got Dennis Schroeder out there. They did him grimy down.
They did him
Sent him to the worst team, one of the worst teams in basketball.
Yep. Man, I wasn't even expecting them to. But why? Oh man, that's kind of that didn't make any sense for Boston. That made no sense for. Oh wow. They're also gonna send Enes Freedom and Bruno Fernando to the Rockets. So they just relieved so much money. They just dumped so much money. They dumped like.
Let's see. I think Lakers agreed to trade Russ for John Wall. The Rockets said no.
The Rockets. Why would the Rockets do that? Why would they take a ball hog who shoots over 72 each game instead of actually taking time to develop Jalen Green and those young guys? They're a rebuilding.
They're not taking Russell Westbrook. I bet John Wall must got less years on his deal or something. He must got less years on his deal, because they pretty much almost make the same amount of money. I know they both make $40+ million a year. And I know Russ got a player option for next year at $47 million.
Well, no, they both have the same amount of years left on their contract.
Oh, okay. Well, because the Rockets not even playing John Wall. He don't even play. So, I mean, obviously he not going to get bought out. That's too much money to leave on the table. Yeah. So, I mean, well, family, looks like we're not making no moves, man. Look like we got to go to war with what we got. How y'all feel about that?
I'm not mad at that. Now, look, the fact that we didn't make a move today is not upsetting at all to me. I figured unless we got the right deal, because look, it was the same thing last year. We were not going to make a move last year until a team finally came to their senses. But I'm not upset. The only thing I was a little heated about is that I didn't know that it would only cost Richardson and Langford for Derek White.
Listen. It costs them that. We don't know what they want from us.
Well, DeLon, Jalen Johnson,
they probably don't want first. They probably didn't want DeLon. Yeah. Travis not gonna trade Jalen Johnson, bro. I could tell you that. Unless it's a superstar player, he not trading Jalen Johnson, right? Which I wouldn't trade him neither. Not for no Derek White. Not for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Maybe if we was like 41-10 and we looking for a piece to just put us over that give us that last push, then I might consider it. But I'm not going to trade Jalen John. I'm going to tell you why I wouldn't trade him. Because something might happen next year. Collins could get hurt. Somebody might come with an offer to trade for a John Collins. At least you know in your head, well, at least I know I got a backup who could play that power forward position who's athletic. So you don't want to tie your hands up and limit yourself when the results is not going to be what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like Derek White not sending us to a championship. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game changer. So I'm not giving up my young talent, right, for a guy who not going to put me into the championship. Yes, my son. Go ahead.
Do you want me to save you some?
Yes. Thank you. So, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, bruh.
Yeah, and look, I just saw Woj reported that look, the Lakers are not going to make a deal, but they're going to take a strong look at the buyouts. That's what we need to take a look at. We can still look. Dennis Schroeder is going to get bought out. You can trust and believe that.
Oh yeah, he not standing up, bro. No one wants to play. No one.
Not at this point in his career.
Yeah, not nobody who got 5 years in the league want to play for the worst team in the league. You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You see what Curtis said? The Knicks didn't make no move. Wow. So they don't stand pat, huh?
I saw that the Knicks were actually in serious talks with the Lakers, but everything kind of fell apart at the last minute. They were probably I wouldn't be surprised if they were discussing Russell Westbrook, to be honest.
Oh, they was, but he make too much money, man.
Yeah.
He make too much money. It's hard to trade a guy making $40 million, bro. Especially when you don't have other max type players on your team. Because now you got to match that salary. You know how hard it is to try to match $40 million when I think their most expensive player is Randall. And hell, they might not even want it Randall. So now you got to look and you got to piece together somewhere around $40 million to make a trade work. It's too much, man. It's too much. The Lakers better off. If I was coaching the Lakers, I would have Russ coming off the bench. Me personally, I would have him come off the bench, and I would tell him, you are going to lead the bench. I want you to pretend your ass is in Oklahoma City when you in there with the bench. Okay? And don't pretend you out there with LeBron. Don't pretend you out there with AD. You out there with Oklahoma City. I need you to do the same thing. Attack the basket. And it's that simple because you're not getting rid of them. Yeah. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying?
And hey, look, for Westbrook, yes, I would let him come off the bench and look at buyouts for Dennis or Goran to start, because I feel like those guys will just give you so much with Russ. Because Russ, I feel like Russ tries to overdo it a lot of the times, and he's just not that good anymore. He's not good. He's just not the same, and we obviously see that.
Because he played off of athleticism, and that's what happens when you play. You can make it off athleticism, but sooner or later it's going to run out. And so, how are you going to adapt? I mean, the greats adapt. Michael Jordan didn't have a jump shot when he came into the league, but he adapted and added that jump shot, added a fadeaway. So did Kobe. You think of all the greats. LeBron didn't come into the league shooting threes. You got to add that to your game because you got to know sooner or later as you get older, you're going to lose some of your athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? So Russ failed to work on his shooting, and for some reason he can't hit free throws now all of a sudden. I don't know why, but it's just like a disaster.
It's kind of sad that it says Houston is already looking at buyouts for Dennis Schroeder.
I told you, bro.
He's not staying there,
bro. That's how you get talent for cheap, bro, without giving up nothing.
He's probably not going to even get on a plane to Houston.
The only thing is, you really need to have. You really want to be above 500. That way, you could tell them, "Hey, bro, we need you here to help us get over the hump." because I guarantee you, Dennis, he's gonna try to go to. Bro, I'm telling you, don't be surprised if you see Dennis Schroeder back on the Lakers, dog. He's gonna be back on the Lakers. I wouldn't be surprised at all because the Lakers need a point guard, and he probably go there and start from day one. Unlike us, we can only offer him a backup role. So, you know, it's all about it's all about what that player wants. You know what I'm saying? What Isaac said. The only player on the Knicks untouchable is RJ. Lakers was looking at Cam. Yeah, but guess what? Lakers don't have nothing to trade, man. They only have second round picks. They don't even have a first round pick till 2027. So, and that's what I be telling people. Like, when you make these deals for these star players, you jeopardize your future. So if it doesn't work, like the Lakers, it's not working. Like the Nets didn't work. Look at who the Nets have, man. KD, Kyrie, they had Harden, Blake Griffin, right? All them dudes is top 5 picks. Who else was up there? And it didn't work. But now, since they traded everything to get Harden, they didn't have nothing. You know, you don't have no young players, no young talent, no assets. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Harden, I mean, Ben Simmons wanting to leave, Harden goes nowhere. Period. You know? But
yeah,
it is what it is, man. So, guys, deadline is over with. It came and went. Our Hawks did absolutely nothing as we probably expected. Once you saw the names start going off the board, it seemed like everybody that we have been talking about, once that Harden trade went through, everybody we talked about got traded like this. Except we was linked to Smart, and thank you, my son. We was linked to Smart, and we was linked to Jeremy Grant. Grant didn't get traded. Smart didn't get traded. I didn't think Smart was going to get traded once they got Derek White, because, right, to me, you trade for Derek White, I mean, you're trying to win some games. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, I'm going to let my boy Analyst have the final word, and we're going to sign off.
All I can say is don't overreact. Don't overreact. Again, buyout market is still out there. Just don't overreact. We still have a really good group. We have a great player in Trey who's not scared of anything and not scared of anyone. So look, we stay with our team, and if things don't go right, we got the off season. This year, I feel like we can still make a very good run. And look, we can't do anything about it now. Let's move on. We got a game tomorrow that we got to go out and win.
Bet. All right, family. Appreciate y'all for joining us for this last hour of the deadline. I was kind of hoping we made a move that would give us something to really dig our teeth into, but it didn't happen. I'm gonna go listen to the sports radio, see is Travis coming on the radio so I can hear what he's saying about how the phones went. I know the phone was ringing, but that's all we got, family. We're gonna catch up with y'all. Our next game is tomorrow against the Spurs. We should win that game, but I can't put shit past my boys. I can't put shit past them. They'll come out here and trick off a game like we did in Dallas. So we'll come back. Probably gonna do a video tonight doing a preview for the Spurs game. I wish they was in San Antonio. I would have went down there. I'm actually closer to San Antonio than I am Dallas. So, and then yeah, and then we'll catch y'all for the pregame live tomorrow, postgame live with the player ratings. Make sure y'all tap in, like, comment, subscribe. Tap in with my boy, the Atlanta Analyst. He got his own YouTube page. Make sure y'all tap in over there with him. He be giving updates all the time. All right. And that's all we got, fellas. So everybody be safe. And I'm going to catch up with y'all later, man. Peace.